Rockets come into this one following a loss to Denver. And they were still in that one right up to the end, guys, but lost by a couple of buckets.
And the effort down the stretch, those final few minutes of regulation, you know, that's what they needed, but they were burnt out in the overtime.
Yeah, that's a good call, Greg. I mean, there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT, and that can happen after you expend so much energy just to force the overtime.
Now Golden State's starting five. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love. But I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
Howard, he clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls. Howard's got the first points on the scoreboard for Houston. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value-utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive. Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
Beasley with the screen on Curry. And Beverly kicks to Beasley. That one wide left.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now here's Curry. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
Beverly against Bogut. Ariza outside. Beasley the screen. Ariza goes in. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Thompson outside. Now the dish to Green. Hits the jump hook. Green's got his second basket of the night. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Harden. The long distance three is buried.
James Harden. All right, Houston, coming out of the corner, your own Rockets.
And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he's still. It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
It's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
You know, it's been a great display of team basketball here thus far.
5 guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Montezuma's out there with Brewer, and it's Capella in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Warriors trail by 3. Barbosa dishes to Iguodala. Brewer with the rebound. And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he had been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
Rockets leading by 3. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Livingston passes to Iguodala. Barbosa against Harden. Fades away. Goes back up. It's deflected, but they get it back. Azili dishes to Spates. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Warriors trail by 3. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. To the inside. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
17 seconds left in the second quarter. On the wing, Iguodala, and Barbosa has it in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Beverly wide open. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
Yes, Kevin, here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a... And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is...
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
We watched a great quarter by Harden. He has 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Barnes and Green of the forward set. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Bogut in at the 5 spot. And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group.
Warriors trail by 7. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Curry kicks to Thompson. Here's Green, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And getting back to Bogut, people forget he's a pretty good athlete. The reason he was drafted #1 overall way back when was because of his insane combination of size and movement skills. That's why he remains one of the excellent shot blockers in the league today.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Beverly against Curry. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And when you talk about Bogut, I think the Warriors' incredible regular season inspired him. He didn't have to be the star. He just had to anchor that D. Sometimes when you give a guy a specific task to be the best at, that's when he delivers the most.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Terrence Jones is checked in for Howard. Smith comes in for Michael Beasley. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Warriors trail by 4. Green, the pass to Rush. Inside, here's Curry. And the rejection by Smith. Down low, here's Jones. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Rockets lead by 6.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Curry, good. Curry's got his first 2 points.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
15 seconds left to play in the third. 6 to shoot. From deep. Cannot hit.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And here are the Warriors now. 4-point game. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Then there's Howard. Then there's Beasley. And it's Capella in at the 4 spot. Curry can't get it to go.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Pass to Beverly. A 3-ball. And Curry pulls it down. Howard dishes to Beverly. Lets a floater go. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
Passes it to Clark. To the paint. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. And good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Houston.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. To the inside, Howard takes it off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Here's Green, and it's sent back by Howard. Rockets leading by 9. And Beverly kicks to Harden. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Howard, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Howard's got 6 here in this quarter.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Rockets.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.